Chris drops the bombshell. He said that that ambulance was stuck in the lobby of the Coliseum for over 20 minutes. Now, does this show it being 20 minutes? No. But according to some, the naysayers, oh, that never happened. None of this never happened. Chris Eubanks Jr. is just lying. He's making this up. He's a pathological liar. He's an asshole. He's all these type of slurs. Now look at what Chris Eubanks Jr. has shared, and before what Chris said though, I don't see him saying that, and it didn't happen. I mean, he won the fight. Yeah, he had to be rushed to the hospital due to weight drainage and stuff like that. But, you know, he was still the victor. And for him to just say, hey, this is what happened after the fight is just icing on the cake after this point. You know what I mean? Because I think that Chris Eubanks Jr. knew that something was up. Now, could he prove that it was Matchroom's people that was holding it up? I would like to know who the hell were the people with the walkie-talkies, the revolving tails? Who were they talking to? Because they needed clarification for the ambulance to head forward, right? That's what I'm hearing. And if that's the case, that's BS, because no one should stop an ambulance. You know what I mean? No one. That's a global rule. No one ever should stop an ambulance. And the whole idea, you know, I truly believe it was a bunch of traffic because people were trying to get out of there. People were trying to, you know, get home. And you know how it goes. It's like when you hit that parking lot, every car is for themselves. There's very few people that are thinking with courtesy when it comes to those type of events, especially in an event like that. People drinking, they got some whiskey, some alcohol, some whatever in them. So, you know, that's one of those things I think that you have to take into account. You know, so Chris Eubanks Jr., you know, just shared this information. Did we see him in a van? No. But, you know, the question is, whose POV was it? Who took those pictures? Was it Team Eubanks? Because if it's Team Eubanks, checkmate. Eddie needs some explaining to do because, you know, according to Chris Eubanks Jr., it was his fault, or it was he's the reason for those particular that hold up, like Chris said. So if Chris can bring it, you know, I mean, this is evidence, you know, to a certain degree, but I think people are going to want more than that. However, it does look bad because that ambulance, allegedly, if Chris Eubanks Jr. was on it, it was being held up, which it shouldn't have. But you guys tell me what you think of this new news that Chris Eubanks Jr. dropped a bombshell of evidence on Eddie Hearn's Matchroom, stating that he was trapped in an ambulance in the lobby for about 20 minutes. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.